Now they have to try and retake this 4v5, but they do have themselves a lockdown. That's the one saving grace.
There it is, put into play on cue. The idea here, though, catch those players as they fade back towards long. Surely, look who's stepping up, though. Sociable is walking in for the kills. He's got the TP to get out, and he might be caught by it in the end. It looks like he will, too. In fact, picked up. But they've got cover. They're behind the wall. The defuse, though, the problem. Already stopped with the grab well in play. The kills, though, go to Cloud as all 5 are found. Leading.
Someone who I'm sure has been up there before in the statistics. This was one they desperately needed. The hero plays as his teammate looks to defuse, and again, it comes right down to the wire for the side of GX. But a couple of rounds like that, that's exactly what I'm talking about. The support's not to be there. Loon is now dealt with, and in fact, they are slaughtering the remaining BBL players. Only Sociable is anywhere near the action. I'm surprised he's still going with the sniper. I fully expected maybe a change. Oh, it doesn't matter though. Maybe that's why he just finds 3 in a matter of seconds. Ignore me. Use whatever gun you feel comfortable with.
Defuse starts. They have another piece of utility to stop it, the extra tap. They're going to swing straight into Sociable. He's landed another, and not quite taking the kill, but he'll get the ace in the end. Every piece of the puzzle.
First ace was fairly quickly followed by the second ace. This is absurd. He's not using that gun in any manner for which it was designed, but hey, I guess that's why he's not using the headhunter.
Some heads while the rifles look to clean up from Movistar Koi. This is their chance to equalize.
Keiko, though, again, this time taking up the role of the duelist. He's been given a rifle for a reason. He only had the opportunity for a couple of them, but this man's hands had to be holding one. He's been so strong. And looks to do more. Kamek will fall. A trade back of sorts, and still an abundance of utility for Shados to try and clear this site. There are so many players up close that his util could be everything.
Oh, they've cleared out these players. Spammed Patatek as he moved out of position of the guided salvo, but unfortunately, they haven't found the kill. And as a result, Patatek's there to take the hit off the showstopper. The follow
27 and 13, by the way. Like, he had some crazy performances on the jet, but he might be getting close to some sort of new record, because this is so impressive on an individual level. It just looks like he's so comfortable.
You know what I love about Keiko? The old Angel strat used to be, you put all your smokes down and then...
It seems like both teams have had the same idea. An early battle towards that C site. A lot of utility put into play. Nightfall expended. Tomazi shoots the one thing he doesn't want to, but because the players are blinded, it doesn't matter. He's been able to hold back in that corner, and even with the wraparound from Sugetsu, it's only going to be the one.
Yeah, it was a good attempt to use these players deafened up to TP in behind, but not gonna work out with low HP on Sadik.
Ace?
Should be a formality just to take this one down. It's Cloud.
There's a few things right now in the season that are inevitable, and one of them is that Cloud is going to get himself an ace. 14 and 4. Definitely had a quieter first map individually, but I do think those sort of games are going to be expected when you're taking over that mantle as IGL, but there's no doubt the individual brilliance of this man.
Bro,
Cosmic Divide available, and again, it looks like an early brawl.
It is indeed, and it's Camo going down. Keiko still holding ground, and Kamek stepping up for the fight. Another big push early on from Team Liquid.
Hello.
It's not ended up in the best position. Florescent pops off with those last 2. That puts her up to 4 kills already, and it's Nats, the player who clutched the previous round, now meeting his demise. Florescent answers back.
You're looking at a player, the first to make it from game changers into the league, acing versus Team Liquid, a mainstay within the VCT. And there are players on the other side as well that you're talking about, highly experienced, a minimum of about a year within the league, if not more. What a big round from her individually, trading out so many of those.
B side, Tom. Perhaps it's 12 rounds B who knows what FNATIC have in store for us, as you're alluding to, yes. And as the desk touched on, 12 rounds on the A site. It was quite the consistent affair, but the spike is here. It's made it to B early on, as have FNATIC crossing the site now. But it will not last long on the site with xeus around, Sheriff in hand, and he's ripped 2 heads clean off out of Captain. So he's in trouble. That's the pick right back. Chronicle, he's been putting up big numbers on this breach, and he's not looking to change the script anytime soon. Back to a 3v3. It's winnable for FNATIC, Tom, but they have lost a lot of HP.
That's the reason this guy's the #1 rated breach, and although his utility's good, his shots are better. The thing is, though, they're up against xeus, looking to take over the round. He might just even start it with an ace!
We saw FNATIC go to the other side of the map. We saw them get on site, and there was a little bit of a hiccup. Chronicle, a player who's delivered, steps up yet again for the double, but it doesn't matter in the face of this brilliance. A young guy on the server, and the only kill for his team. xeus tries to take matters into his own hands, playing quite aggressive indeed. Tucked in behind the box, Alpha comes around and a nasty surprise awaits him. xeus now looking for a little bit more. Decoy sent out, faking the steps as Heaven attempts to be reclaimed. Mr. Fallen loses his life for that though, as Kayak claims the kill himself, and Crashy so desperately low, and xeus quickly dispatches them. It's Chronicle and Boaster left in it, but the operator rings out. So does xeus's weapon for another ace! He's dug them out of a deep, deep hole!
I think they're going to need a whole lot more if they're going to turn this round in half number 2. Need to see a change to the script. They can't start off with a 3-0 deficit and taking down the lurk of Nats. That's not only him going down, but that's also so much control. He's normally sat with his cam across the map watching for any pushes, where he can't do that anymore.
No, and those traps down, flanks open, you have absolutely no protection. So it's straight into the site, and then they need more ground. That's what this push is all about. They're looking deep into the spawn for this fight, where Safe is under threat and eventually taken down. Keiko with the cover, and now this round has a huge advantage for Team Liquid. Well, that has quickly subsided. Derke on the back of, oh, he's been stunned as well. He's got to fall back. Time ticking down, lower and lower. Less almost had to play, but in fact would pay out. Derke! I'm gonna need a replay, and then we can do it again. And you know, I'm throwing a third one.
Wow.
Holy!
It's finally come down to a point where the ace was so fast that the crowd didn't even get to call for it. This is why everyone was shocked when we saw this man leave. We talked about him again and again and again. There is no one else in the world that could do things like that on such a consistent basis.